What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Diablo Immortal video. As I put out yesterday's video, shortly after we had patch notes drop, so I want to share them with you today. This is what's incoming in the update. Many of the things that are part of this update are not actually dropping on the update day, so make sure you pay attention to the dates that each of the items actually comes to the game. We've learned from the past that update day does not mean that everything is instantly inside of the game, but this one is focused around Blitz through a Hellish Inferno in Risk and Rally. This is the new speed time trial game mode that dropped inside of the game that we kind of touched on briefly yesterday. Now, this is going to be dropping on July 24th. So this is all going to be dropping for all of us on, well, the 24th, which is tomorrow if you're watching this at the time of this releasing. We're going to be talking about Risk and Rally, the new Battle Pass, Revenant Market, that's something interesting, and returning events as well as some feature updates as well. Let's start off with the Risk and Rally limited time event. Now, speed, time trials, that's all really cool. It's implementing the element of speed and leaderboards into a dungeon mechanic that we already know inside of the game. Essentially, starting on, notice as we said, it doesn't all start on the same day, July 25th through August 11th, we're going to have this game mode. What you're essentially going to need to do is clear a dungeon with clearing the dungeon boss as well in as short of a time as possible. In doing this, you're going to be getting a bunch of rewards. And as you can see, you can run the current dungeon as many times as you'd like within a 12-hour instance. Only your best time will be recorded along with points received for that entry. The points you earn during a 12-hour instance will go towards your placement on the Risk and Rally leaderboard for the whole event. Both the current dungeon and Risk and Rally leaderboards are split into Inferno and Hell difficulties by class, and this is also specific to your server. So you're only competing against people of the same class in the same server on the same Inferno or Hell difficulty. So really nice, but not really broad. I'm not sure. It's going to be more rewards for all, at least, and it's in more of a specific area, okay? Now, the event is open to all players, level 30 and above, and the select dungeon can be any of the following. Cavern of Echoes, that's my home, Forgotten Tower, Mad King's Breach, Temple of Namari, Tome of Fahir, or the Tristram Cathedral. Placing on the 12-hour leaderboards will grant you slots 1 through 3. So I'm assuming this is like positions first, second, and third place. 50 points, 10,000 gold, 7 dust. Slots 4 through 20, 45 points, 8,000 gold, 6 dust. Very small rewards that we're seeing right here for the initial phase. But then we have here, if you're mighty enough to place on the Risk and Rally leaderboard, you'll receive, and here we have some bigger rewards. I'm assuming that this is for the 12-hour segment, and this right down here is going to be the entirety of the event. And as you can see, as I said, this goes from July 25th through August 11th. So I'm assuming at the end, on August 11th, we'll have the leaderboard, and these are the positions right here that will get the bigger rewards. So, slots 1 through 3. The top 3 people of each Hell difficulty, it may just be Inferno or Hell difficulty. I don't know if it's broken down by each. I don't think it is. And by class, per server, you're going to get a Demon's Dash 30-day Arcane Nimbus Aura Cosmetic, 5 random legendary items, 4 legendary crests, 100,000 gold, 20 dust, 200 scrap. That is the #1 slot. Now remember, this Arcane Nimbus Aura Cosmetic is a 30-day cosmetic. So this is not something that you keep for the long term. It's something that you only get to wear for 30 days. Then we have a 14-day cosmetic. So right here, you're only getting it for 14 days. That's if you're at slots 4 through 15. You're also getting some legendary items, a legendary crest, 65k gold, dust, and scrap, and you can see the rest. The rewards, they diminish as you go lower and lower. The rewards are not the best, but it's an event that if you're someone that's into leaderboards and you want a position on those leaderboards, well, here's another way that you could do that with a speed run dungeon. I could see this being fun for a few times, plus remember, at the same time, you're knocking out your 3 dungeons per day that you need to do to get your free green. You could do 7 per day if you want to get that extra free green. I think it's cool. We've been talking a lot about changes and what we'd like to see changing coming to the game. All of this and this whole game mode, this speed run was put in effect and put on the calendar before we even started talking about how we wanted to see more more fixes before new game modes. All right, moving on, we have Battle Pass number 29 called Untamed. This is going to be dropping for us on August 1st at 3 a.m. server time. Now, what is it? Let's go take a look. I actually over here have the video of it on YouTube. Let's go full screen and tune in to see what they say. All right, well, they said nothing, but they showed us the cosmetic. Decent looking. I mean, you know, the Battle Pass cosmetics, they're cool. Remember, they're a $5 cosmetic. Class bound, you only get it for one class. And they're cool. Honestly, one of my favorite cosmetics inside of the game is a Battle Pass cosmetic. I would not say that these are my favorite ones inside of the game. These kind of look like they're a jungle person-esque. I don't hate it. I don't love it. Again, cosmetics are all based on your taste. Essentially, it's artwork at the end of the day. It's worth it for the $5. You get your Battle Pass, you get a whole bunch of rewards as well, so you may as well get it. Plus, it supports the game. It's not a bad thing, and you build up your arsenal of cosmetics. Now, we do have something else relating to cosmetics that's coming to the game, and that's the Revenant Market. Check this out. These are two different Phantom Markets cosmetic sets from the past that are now returning. And as you can see, on July 25th through August 9th, I mean, shoot, that's only a few days away. You can use your obols to purchase any of these, and it's a draw one item at random from the available item pool. Now, these are cosmetics that we had seen before. Two previously released Phantom Market cosmetics, the Hatred's Heritage and the Deathless Destiny. So both pretty cool looking. I actually quite like the one up top. I don't remember which one that one is. Hatred's Heritage? It's probably the Hatred's Heritage. They look like Lilith, which is pretty darn awesome if you ask me. Check that out. Looks legit like Lilith. I would not mind that cosmetic myself, personally, just saying. But for those of you that maybe weren't spenders back in the day and decide that you want to start spending and you want some cosmetics that are cross-class and that also come with other cosmetics that are class-bound, the $140 it takes to unlock this in full may not seem too bad to you. I have a small handful, I think 4 Phantom Market cosmetics, all gifted to me by Blizzard. Thank you very much. That I absolutely love, and it allows me to swap classes and have a cosmetic waiting for me on all of them, except for the Tempest that doesn't have some of them. And as you can see, the odds are right here. So most likely you're going to get the emoji, 60% chance on your first draw. Then you have another Unholy Passengers Vermilion Weapon, and the Unholy Passengers Flame Weapon. These are the weapons for one of the class-bound cosmetics that comes with this. You get yourself a portal, and you can choose between which one. You get yourself a frame, the Unholy Passengers Armor, the Unholy Passengers Flame Armor. 1% chance of each of those on your first roll. Your odds get better as you go. Remember, I was saying it's about, was it 140 or 170? I think it was $170 for the cosmetic set. But you're not only getting the token here to choose between the Hatred's Heritage or the Deathless Destiny cosmetic and the ultimate as well. You're going to get the portal. You're going to get all of these other items as well that are class bound, while these ones right down here, they are available to all. Again, you could choose which ones you like. Current owners of the Hatred Heritage and Deathless Destiny's cosmetic sets will automatically receive them for the Tempest class when the new Revenant Market begins. We're looking for more opportunities to bring Phantom Market cosmetics from days past for the Tempest and Blood Knight, so keep your eyes peeled. This is so good, right? Because if you bought an original, if you bought one of these in the past before the Blood Knight or Tempest were here, and then the Blood Knight and Tempest came back, and you bought the cross-class cosmetic, but it wasn't in place when that class was available. Now they're bringing these back, adding on some more cosmetics for the new classes, and if you had it already, you're getting it for free. It's a pretty big win if you ask me. I think it's a great opportunity. Good thinking there for the community by Blizzard. All right, returning events. Fractured Plane is coming back from July 26th through August 2nd. Nothing new there. Conqueror from July 26th also through the 2nd. Hungering Moon, July 27th through the 3rd. This is where you get your free upgrade stuff. I like it. Wild Brawl, the Battle Royale mode inside of Diablo Immortal, from August 2nd through August 9th. And Shady Stock is coming from August 3rd through August 10th to get some free greenies on you. Now, some feature updates coming to the game. We have health bars in PvP. I like this. In PvP, if you had a cheat death skill equipped, your health bar will display with a silver frame around it. So now, as you can see, we have Tandle right there. He has that red flame around. I mean, that silver frame around. That means that they are, they've cheated death. Developers note, we want to provide more information in PvP so all participants can better equip themselves for the activity. Here are some places where cheat death skills can be derived from. The Savior Familiar skill, have that on my pet. Class skills such as Barbarian's Undying Rage, that's my class. Phoenix Ashes 5-star legendary gem, not many people use that one anymore. And Cheat Death Paragon spec skill, which is also something available to all. So if you're a Barbarian, you could have all 4 of these cheat deaths items in place, which would be pretty insane in Battlegrounds. New blacksmith location. This isn't actually new news. The blacksmith has been added to the Court of Whispers for convenient access. This has been there since the last update. I think it's a little weird that they put it in the patch notes, but you know what? If you forgot, now you know it's hanging out down there. Now, Castle Airborne. There's now a chance to receive monstrous essence from opening treasure chests in the castle, which is great. More opportunities to find monster essence. I love it. Anywhere I could find that. I'd love to see some monstrous essence dropping in dungeons and in hidden lairs as well. Actually, it does drop in hidden lairs, so in dungeons and Elder Rifts as well. Battleground Zealous Idols. The resurrection time for defenders in the Zealous Idols match of Battlegrounds will increase relative to the objective's position. The idol with the greatest progress will be used to determine the defending team's resurrection time. So apparently our resurrection time is going to change in Battlegrounds based on those attributes. Paragon trees, which were recently changed, Paragon specs can now be activated from the central node of the tree. Your last set of activated skills with each spec will be remembered, making it more convenient to switch specs. This is actually really great. So when you think about, when you look at the Paragon tree here, you know what? Actually, I can't get it for you now. When you look at the Paragon tree, you have that center node and then all the branches from it. Now, if you click on that center node, it seems that you can select that tree again without having to check off the 5 different circles that you want to actually activate. It will remember your previous 5. So when I go from Survivor to one of my farming ones, I could simply click it. It'll go right back to it. It'll keep me from having to use the armory for that, which I don't use anyway for that, but it'll keep you from having to do armory settings, and it's a one-click change, which is actually quite nice. Paragon trees, that is a win right there for quality of life. Armory optimization. The armory will now have an option to save your selected reforged loadout as part of each profile. This option is enabled by default, but can be disabled in the armory options menu. And we have a dev note here. We'll continue to improve the functionality of the armory, expanding it to include more systems. Be on the lookout for additional improvements in the future. I've always found the armory to be just a little bit wonky. It works well, but until it doesn't work well. There's a lot of, if you get new gear, if you swap out your secondary gear, if you get new essences, changing your Paragon trees, there's a lot of things that can change in this that really make it difficult to actually be set the way you want it set when you go back to use it again. So I use the armory a lot with my Tempest. I'm not using it at all with my Barbarian, but I like that they're making some changes as well. Auto navigation has changed, so now using dash skills like a wizard's teleport while auto navigating will no longer interrupt the navigation. It's actually something I use sometimes when I'm farming, when I'm doing my my bounty board, and I know as the Barbarian, I could use sprint, and that won't stop my auto nav, and I could use Wrath of the Berserker, that won't. But if I use any of my other skills, it will stop my auto navigation. So I'll only use those, and I'll go around and I'll complete things with auto nav on if I have my hands in something else as well. And I could still hit those skills to take down enemies as I'm auto navving. And it's also going to get you where you want to go more quickly. So I like that. Dash skills now going to be working as well for auto nav. Nice little easy, simple fix, but a good one. Dream and Drown Cascade legendary item. Internal cooldown between triggered waves increased from zero point 0.5 to 1 second. Damage of triggered waves increased by 100%. This seems like something that is a Tempest skill. I don't remember the name of it, though, off the top of my head. Heliquary. Upon defeating a Heliquary boss, your teammates' heavy, austere chests will automatically open. Ah! That's so nice. You always have to wait for 4 dudes to get there. Now they open up on their own. Another nice change. I literally just did my Heliquary tonight, and I did a pretty good job, and I have to say myself. Specific region game additions. Something for China here. This is only for the Diablo Immortal available in China. They don't plan to bring this change to other regions, which is fine with me because its cosmetics worn by a barbarian will still be seen when using Wrath of the Berserker. I am very much fine with Wrath of the Berserker having its own look and my cosmetic not showing during that. Totally fine with it. And bug fixes, we will see on Tuesday what kind of bug fixes are coming to the game. Not the biggest update. We have one new game mode that's coming to the game. We have a new battle pass, and we have Phantom Market returning. What do you guys think of it? I think that Blizzard has their ears and eyes on my previous videos so that you guys can have your voices heard. It's always really important to be part of the community, to comment with your thoughts down below, always in a positive fashion. Hope you guys are excited for this update. I'm looking forward to the Phantom Market to kind of check out what those look like and get a second peek at them as the time has passed. And guys, I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.